So I'm gonna try to like sketch out and paint the picture of Thames. The reference is being attached to this drawing, as you can see already. So usually I like to start with a little bit of soft brush. I think it's something that helps me give an idea of what I'm trying to do. It's not so much of a hard brush. I sometimes feel pressure to want to have an, a well outlined line using hard brushes, but soft brushes, maybe not entirely soft brush, soft brushes with a little bit of hardness helps me put down details that, would help with a drawing or what I'm trying to bring to life. So for this illustration, I'll be using the Habook Edge. It's, as you can see from the preview, it's got a mix of a hard brush and a soft brush. So it's something like this. I'm gonna take the size to I'm gonna play around with the size just to give it the just to tweak the settings to what I would need. So I will be putting out circles for the eyeballs. And you know how Thames eyes look now, so I think that's gonna be like the focus of this particular illustration. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to also use another circle for the nose. Now, I am not just putting the circle on the canvas, I am also using my eyes to measure the distance. As you can see, the distance from, let me just put up another layer for writing. So I'm taking the distance from year to year, as well as the distance from year to year. So basically, I'm also using the eye gauge, and like I earlier said, this is just like a guide to to give me an idea of what I would would be developing at the end of the day. So I'm just gonna rename this layer as my note. Okay, so this is just for my notes. All right, so let's get into the drawing. Okay, so the next part is gonna be the mouth. I could just like give a little bit of shape for the lips, and I have this. It's looking a little bit elongated. So I'm going to, you know, try to bring them to scale. So I'm just gonna like use the selection tool to move both the nose and the jaw and the mouth part. And I'll also be doing that for the lips. I think the lips is tilted towards the side, so I would also bring out this one, you know, it's also easier to just erase and withdraw. I think that would also be a good way, other than just cutting out from this particular rough guide. Now that I have this, I want to emphasize on this part of her eyes and have the eyebrows. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna like take the brush size down a bit to have a little bit of detail. So this is I'm taking a chevron kind of triangle, as you can see, and also another chevron kind, which I would eventually just soften out and give a bit of eyelashes to this. So this is still part of my guide. This is not the, what do I call it? This is not the final draft. So yet again, another triangle. As we can see, okay, so I will have the pupil up just to give it a Thames feel. Now I'm getting detail too in the sketch, so trying to have the necessary layers or features down. Alright, so I'm just gonna like get the entire face of of the face, shape of the face. I meant to say. I will redraw the jawline because I think that it's not exactly giving what it's supposed to give. So this is how I would naturally approach a drawing. I start with the soft brush to give the idea of what I'm trying to, replicate. So I will come on here for the ears, same as this area. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is to scale down. Okay, it's not uniformly. So I'm gonna scale down the drawing to accommodate room for the other features that I plan to add. Now this is me just giving the idea for the rest of the airline. And okay, I think this part of the jaw is looking wrong. So we're gonna fix it with we're gonna fix it this way. Okay. So another thing I like to do is to like flip the canvas. I try to see to see it from both ends. To be sure that there isn't any abnormalities with any part of the sketch. So usually this would have been on a different layer, but I already got detailed on the same layer, so that explains why it's looking this way. So I'll flip it back. I don't know why it's looking, or it's taking this much space. Let's go. All right, it works now. Okay, so I think the face is a bit fatter than, or it's a bit wider than what we currently have. So I'll just, just take this like this. Okay, I think I ought to work with this. And then we have the neckline. Okay. Alright. So I think one part is that the head is, bigger. So I need to go back to uniform. The head is actually bigger. Or maybe something like this. And let's take out this to a very low percentage and try to keep it well defined edge. Okay. So I just pinch on the screen to zoom in and pan. I think it helps me with my my line work. Just drawing out some eyelashes and the fold there. So we also have the eyebrows. And this for the other part of the eyes. And then I'm also gonna like outline the fold and just give it a little bit of eyelashes as well. And then I can have this other fold here again. Then I go to the nose area. I know I seem to have a bit of searching lines. I should try to, it's best to just have your line work a single flow, max a double flow, other than having, searching lines. And searching lines basically means, lines that, try to follow or to form the form. So it makes it, rough and not, makes it basically rough. So that's what I would say. So exactly, example is just this other part of the lips that I just drew. So I'm trying to like make something of this nature. And then I have this. And the other part. So still searching line. So let's try to make it an habit to not have searching lines. And instead have just one line to represent the idea. So if it doesn't work, we can always undo and redo. Okay, I think I'll leave it at this for now and go ahead to finish up the shape of the face. Okay. So that's for the neck area. This is for the shirt. And we have the fold for the hair. And this is the earring and the other part of the ears as well with the rings. So we have the same for the other part of the ear, but not every part of this is, into the light. So just represent that with a few shapes. And we're good. So I want to remember, so I'm just gonna leave this there to give it a little bit of when I remember. Okay. Just trying to fix up the ears. So this is just me trying to go over the edge of the braids. And over to the other end. Now we have this. I will quickly just erase this part of the nose. I think the lines are too heavy, so it's calling a lot of attention to it. So I'm just gonna leave that as this. And then, so I can have this part as where it all folds. And so this is gonna be like the forehead. And we have some colored lines, which they call the edges. So I'm just gonna represent that with some C's and S curves. And then I have this almost looking hexagon. Is that an hexagon? Anyway, so just to give the base for the hairline. Just a moment.